Bulls fans, you are not going to believe what went down last night. The Chicago Bulls pulled off one of the most insane comebacks of the season, rallying from a 20-point deficit to stun the Orlando Magic. Just when it looked like all hope was lost, the Bulls dug deep and went on an unstoppable run that had fans on the edge of their seats. What sparked this epic turnaround? Who stepped up when it mattered most? And what does this say about the Bulls' season going forward? Stick around, because we're breaking down every heart-stopping moment of this unforgettable game. Welcome to Chicago Bulls News, your go-to source for the latest updates on the Windy City's favorite team. Today we're here to talk about one of the most thrilling games of the season so far. The Chicago Bulls came back from a 20-point deficit, and yes, you heard that right, 20 points to grab a huge win over the Orlando Magic. We're breaking down everything you need to know about this comeback win, the moments that mattered, the players who stepped up, and what this means for the Bulls going forward. If you're a Bulls fan, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more Chicago Bulls updates, and let's dive into this incredible comeback story. So, let's set the stage here. The Bulls entered this game coming off a bit of a rough patch. They've had ups and downs this season, and consistency has been hard to come by. Fans were questioning the team's energy, their commitment, and some were even wondering if the team had the heart for a comeback win. Well, last night they silenced those doubters in the most dramatic way possible. In the first half, it looked like the Bulls might be heading toward another frustrating loss. The Magic came out firing on all cylinders, building a 20-point lead, and it felt like nothing was going right for Chicago. Turnovers, missed shots, and defensive breakdowns, you name it, the Bulls were struggling with it. But here's where things get interesting. This wasn't just a comeback that happened out of nowhere. There were key moments and shifts in the game where you could feel the momentum swinging. One of those moments came right after halftime. Coach Billy Donovan gathered the team, and reports are saying he delivered a fiery pep talk, reminding the players of their potential and pushing them to lock in and focus on the fundamentals. Then came the turning point. The Bulls started chipping away at the lead with a series of clutch plays, first a deep three-pointer, then a steal and fast break dunk. The energy in the stadium shifted, and you could see the Magic starting to feel the pressure. It was almost like the Bulls were saying, "We're not done yet." That's the resilience Bulls fans have been craving to see all season. Now, we've got to give credit to the players who truly stepped up and made this comeback possible. Zach LaVine was simply on fire. He had a rough start, but when the team needed a spark, he delivered, hitting a series of clutch shots that chipped away at Orlando's lead. LaVine finished with insert points, including some incredible fourth-quarter buckets. But it wasn't just LaVine. DeMar DeRozan also showed why he's still one of the most reliable veterans in the game. DeRozan's composure and ability to drive to the basket was crucial in the closing minutes. He had 36 points and seemed unstoppable every time he attacked the rim. And let's not forget Kobe White. This guy is becoming an essential part of the team's bench strength. White's energy and ball handling kept the offense moving when things got tight. And here's something that doesn't always get enough love: the defense. Defense is where games are won and lost, especially when you're down by 20. In the second half, the Bulls' defensive intensity went through the roof. They were closing out on shooters, forcing turnovers, and grabbing rebounds like their season depended on it. And honestly, maybe it did. This was a pride game, and the Bulls showed up on defense. A huge shout-out also goes to the bench. They were absolutely electric, bringing fresh energy that wore down the Magic in the third and fourth quarters. Guys like Alex Caruso were diving for loose balls, getting in the passing lanes, and making hustle plays. This isn't just about offense. These defensive stops gave the Bulls the chance to go on the scoring runs that made this comeback possible. Fast forward to the fourth quarter, and the Bulls had closed the gap, turning what looked like a blowout into a one-possession game. It was like watching a different team. The Bulls kept their foot on the gas, showing Orlando they wouldn't go down without a fight. With every basket, every defensive stop, you could feel the momentum shift more and more toward Chicago. And here's where it got real intense. The crowd was roaring, the bench was on its feet, and you could see the determination on every player's face. This wasn't just a comeback, it was a statement. The Bulls were saying, "We're here to compete." They fought back from 20 down and, with just minutes left, took the lead. In the final minutes, the Bulls held their nerve. There were crucial shots from Levine and DeRozan, huge defensive plays, and you could see the chemistry between these guys coming alive. The Bulls sealed the win with poise, and let me tell you, this wasn't just any victory, it was a hard-earned, emotional win. The final score? Bulls 102 over Magic 99. The Bulls had done the impossible, coming back from a massive 20-point deficit to secure one of the most thrilling wins of the season. So, what does this comeback mean for the Bulls season? It's more than just one win in the standings. This game was a huge confidence boost for a team that's been looking for its identity. To rally from that far behind shows that this team has grit, resilience, and maybe, just maybe, the makings of a playoff contender. Consistency has been the Bulls' biggest challenge, and if they can build on this win, it could be a turning point. The coaching staff is going to love the effort they saw tonight, and the fans are definitely going to be buzzing about this one. If this comeback tells us anything, it's that this Bulls team has the potential to be something special, especially if they can keep this kind of energy alive. And speaking of the fans, Bulls Nation went crazy on social media after this win. Twitter was blowing up with fans praising the comeback, sharing their favorite plays, and hyping up Levine and DeRozan. The fans know what a big moment this was, and it feels like the team is starting to connect with the Chicago faithful again. So there you have it, Bulls fans. An unforgettable comeback, a statement win, and maybe a sign of what's to come. Let me know in the comments what you think. Was this just a fluke, or are the Bulls finally finding their stride? And, of course, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for tuning in, and let's keep that Bulls energy going. See you in the next one.